Hello. There's 6 people here already. Hi. People here already. Hi. People here already. Hi, Bitten. That's Angela, isn't it? And Keeks, hello. Just got Patreons at the moment. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Hi, Angela. Yeah, I don't really have anything for today. It was just going to be like a bit of a Q&A, bit of a chit chat. I guess I'll be on here for like an hour or something. But yeah, I don't necessarily have anything to talk about at all. So I guess it's, you're not a patron yet, Rita. You got to sort it out. You won't regret it, bestie. You're knackered, Maddie. I'm all right. I got up at 9. I'm okay. I've had quite a nice lie-in. Where do you get your inspiration for the envelopes? Yeah, so I love, we're going straight into it, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. You love my hair. I really like it too. Like, it's nice, isn't it? I like that it's 2 different colors, but I'm thinking of doing the whole thing gray. Yeah, inspiration for envelopes. I just really like doing something different every month, and I love like refreshing everything to the point where I'm actually going to start refreshing my own binder as well, because I'm getting really bored of it. But yeah, I love doing new things every single month, and I just like bright stuff as well. So I tend to do something bright, then something neutral, then bright, then neutral. And July, I'm working on it today, and it's going to be done today. It is bright. It is good. I like it. Love the bracelet you sent me. Such a lovely surprise. Made me smile. I'm really glad you like the bestie bracelet. I love them too. I just wanted something that was, it's a friendship. We in the I don't know what you call it in the US, but in the UK we call it a friendship bracelet, and a bestie is a friend, isn't it? So I wanted to make sure I sent something out that was really nice and not budget related, so that you can look at it and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I was really happy that I was able to do that. And everybody that's new in each new wave, I'm going to make sure that I send something out, make sure they get a bestie bracelet, because I think they're beauts. Love your hair, love the bracelet, do it. Do you create your own designs or use free templates from Canva? Yeah, I don't use Canva. I've never used Canva or anything like that. It's a mixture between the two. So I know September I completely designed, I think November I completely designed all myself as well. Sometimes I buy some prints and some things from Etsy, but I do manipulate them to make them my own so that they can't be as easily copied. But yeah, they're not totally like from my own mind, but I do like edit it because you know, sometimes the colors aren't quite right, and I know that I always have to have a pink option and a purple option, because otherwise I'm going to make no sales. But yeah, it's a mixture of the two. But yeah, I like to edit them so that they're a bit us. Do you see the envelopes with tabs? Yeah, I've seen envelopes with tabs before, but I think that would be an absolute nightmare to make. I can't even think how they're made. I think it would really drive me nuts. And it would be something that, because I want to make everything really perfect, I think it would be something that would fail like half the time when you laminate it. So I don't think that it's something that I could do myself, because I'd end up wasting a lot of plastic. So I don't think that I'd want to do it. I'd have to have a think about how you could possibly do that. But you know, I've got my little dividers anyway, so you should just buy those anyway. Did you see envelopes with tabs? No, you didn't see envelopes with tabs. I don't make envelopes with tabs. You're so talented there, gorgeous. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm a patron. You didn't get Happy Mail. Maddie, you might not have got Happy Mail. It depends when you first got charged. So if you have only just got charged yesterday, you'll get July stuff. If I have missed you, just drop me an email and I'll take a look, because if I've missed you, I'll fix that for sure. Oh yeah, I've got a new email address. It's ira budgetwithira.co.uk. I'm gonna sort out a website, I think. But yeah, if you want to email me, it's ira@budgetwithira.co.uk. I love these questions. These are good. This is going to be fun. I'm a page I'm going to get heavy mail. Okay. Did you ever worry about people finding out about your finances? Well, I tell you what, I'm quite an open book, and I'm used to oversharing now on the internet. The only thing I didn't want the only people I didn't want to find out about my channel was people at my old job, because I was like, because there's a lot of people that worked around me and with me. Obviously, when you're a manager, you're not everybody's best friend, and it's very, very easy for them to kind of not like you, even though I was quite fair and quite nice. I just didn't want them to know about it because it was something that was really special for me and it wasn't for them. But then eventually, like, people did find out about it. And it made me very uncomfortable that they knew about it because it was not for them, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's a whole another story about that another time. But yeah. Um, I always love seeing my pretty face. Hi Ira. Hi Ira, can we trust you? No, you absolutely cannot. Do not trust Ira. I'm thinking, I'm giving away all my secrets now, but I'm thinking about making like a sticker that says "Do not trust Ira" on it, but I'll obviously design it nice. But like, would that be something that you would like to see in the shop? Just something that's not budget related, like a sticker like this, like a vinyl sticker like that big that says "Do not trust Ira." I'd love to make those, but it would cost a lot of money because I'd have to buy quite a few. But maybe it'd be a Patreon thing that I do for next month or something. I don't know. But yeah, you cannot trust me. Do not trust Lyra. Where's that lady, that inhaler lady, to come up? You've had 2 payments. All right, I've messed up then. Drop me an email and I'll fix it then, Maddie. Sorry about that. Hi, Sophia. What's your favourite product of yours or your favourite of another budgeter? My favourite product of mine is, I've got one down here, is the budget books. I absolutely love them. I just think they're just succinct. You just can sort your whole budget out with this. You don't need anything else. I just think they're absolute beauts. Like, I really, really love them. And yeah, May's running out, by the way. They're on sale. But yeah, that is my favorite thing that I sell. Like, absolute favorite thing that I sell. But obviously, I love cash envelopes as well. My favorite thing that other people sell. I love a penny challenge, and I've got the She's on a Budget penny challenge. I like anything like that I can download. One budget Etsy shop that I've been really, really into recently is Caro Cash. She's an Australian cash stuffer, and like if you're ever watched like the Australians like budgeting channels, like I don't know what the cost of living is out there, but they seem to have thousands to stuff, and their money is just so bright and colorful and beautiful. I watched a couple of Australian ones, but my favorite is probably Caro Cash, and she has an Etsy store and she does a load of like downloadable stuff, and her stuff's beautiful, like stunning. So I'm really into her stuff. If I had room for any of her stuff in my binder, I would definitely be buying some and getting some. But yeah, she does a lot of those like savings challenges where it's like a white piece of paper and then you color them in. I really like her version of those. And there's not a lot of those types that I like because obviously I like something a bit bright and a bit colorful, but her black and white stuff's really, really nice. And she's got a very nice identity. I really like that. Okay, let's go back to the questions. You have so many of your own. Yeah, I need Shopify. Yeah, I've been looking around. I think there's Shopify, there's Big Cartel, there's all sorts. I think I'm definitely want to do my own. Oh, that's the notification. I definitely want to do my own website, and I think things would be cheaper on that. But my friend, she had her own website, and she actually just closed that down to move over to Etsy because the fees were about the same, and I think everywhere's getting quite expensive. So I think it swings and roundabouts really. But yeah. You want a don't trust Iris sticker. I think it's in the works. I think I definitely have to do one. I think that's on the to-do list. That is definitely on the to-do list for this week. Definitely. Uh, 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 You want a don't trust Iris sticker. Good. Oh, would you think about moving away from Etsy and creating your own website to save on Etsy fees? Yeah, I would. I'd have to look at it. But I do think, even though Etsy fees are, this hair is driving me wild today. I think even though the Etsy fees are quite high, I think they're kind of reasonable. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked too far into it, but as I said, like if you look at the fee breakdown for like Shopify and stuff, if you don't sell, if you're a small business like I am, the fees hurt you a lot more. It's only when you're really like doing like thousands of orders a week, that's when it sort of pays off a little bit for you. But I'm not there yet, so it doesn't make sense. So it makes sense for me to slowly build something that I'm really proud of in the background. But I think if I had a website tomorrow, I don't think necessarily the prices would be any different. I think it would probably be a ball ache to switch between two platforms, if that makes sense. So I'm quite happy just staying on Etsy for now. How are you, Tara? I'm brilliant. Thank you for asking. Can you hear the planes above? I agree. The budget book is brilliant. I mean, I agree with you. The budget book is brilliant. Oh, actually, talking of the budget book, so I'm currently designing July's budget book, and I want to get it done today. So I've got my pages. So I've got my splash page, which is beautiful. I've got the calendar, which has got a stay. Got your check-in. I've actually added an extra line to the check-in now, so there'll be like 6 categories, because I found that I'm using 5 now. So there's people with more categories than me, and actually it saves that sort of wasted space at the bottom. See those lines at the bottom? It saves on those. So there's that. The tracker obviously will stay because it's useful, but I'm thinking of removing those 2 shopping list pages. So if I remove these 2 shopping list pages, what pages do you think would be, where's the camera? What pages do you think would actually be good for a budget book? Because I'm doing it now. I mean, I can keep them in, but because I'm doing everything from scratch on the Mac, I've got the opportunity to sort of change it. So if there's any pages that you would like to see in a budget book that isn't currently in mine, let me know, because I'd like to sort of make something that works for everyone. What is the first thing you do once debt-free? So once I'm debt-free, it's like the race to buying a house and then be in debt again, but this time it's a mortgage. So I don't think I'll spend very long not being debt-free. But yeah, I'm so close to being debt-free. I think next Friday's video, I don't think I'm going to get the July's budget stuff in time. So I think next week's video is going to be a debt update. And it's not going to be a very fun and exciting one. I think it's going to be about 3 minutes long, because I've just got my student loan and I've got my, what's it called? Loan. And the loan is like nothing now. So yeah, I'm going to be debt-free really soon, really soon. Small budget. Yes, you made it. You made it, bestie. What happened to your Erin Condren book? Oh, it's up there. I don't really use it. I thought it was the biggest, such a waste of money. I don't think it was amazing at all. I mean, I was really excited I got it. It was something that I had coveted for a really long time, especially because about a year or so before I started my channel, I've been like consuming a lot of budgeting stuff on YouTube, and especially the Americans, they use Erin Condren like so much, that or the Budget Mum book. So I really wanted one, and I'd saved up for it, and it was my birthday money, and I was really proud that I was able to get one. But immediately I didn't need it, because I had my budget sheets, I had this and I had that, and it just became a bit of a waste for me. So it's a notebook to be honest, for me. So I use it as a notebook every now and then, but yeah, I just thought it was a massive waste of money. Just buy my budget books. Why would you Aaron Conjure? The cost of living is pretty pricey, I think, just like for most of us Canadians. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know, because I think when I watch Australian cash stuffers, they seem to stuff thousands. And I don't know whether that's my budget versus their budget or anything, but I don't see any UK cash stuffers stuffing thousands. So I think I don't know. I don't know. But I know Caro Cash, especially, she is quite young and she lives at home, so she doesn't necessarily pay rent, or she doesn't show that side of her budget. She just shows the cash stuffing part, and she does put a lot away. I think she put away like £4,000 last month. Can you imagine if I put away £4,000? I don't even get paid £4,000. How did you get into cash budgeting? I think when I think about it, I think I've been cash budgeting for longer than I think, because what I used to revert to, so like when I was like not in a great place money wise, I didn't really know how much money was coming out of my account. I didn't know what the days were. I didn't know when I was getting, I knew I was getting paid, but I didn't know. So let's say, for instance, I'm in the middle of the month and money's already looking tight. I don't know what bills are coming out for the rest of the month. So I used to just draw out a ton of cash so that the bills, like I didn't know if they were going to get paid or anything, just so I'd have some money, so that if like rent came out or something, obviously it would bounce and that would be another issue I'd have to deal with, but I'd have money. I've always found that money is the only cash is the only controllable thing in my life, so I guess I've been doing it for a while, but like actually properly seriously probably March last year, like figuring out what works for me, and like the cash budgeting for me, it really works for me. Anybody who hasn't tried it yet, give it a go. Obviously you've got to figure out what works for you, and as I've said, I make no illusions to the fact that I hate working with cash. Like I hate it, like it's horrible. Great advert, Ira, but I don't like having cash all the time, but if I have a card, I just spend it. So it works for me. Don't enjoy it, but it works for me. That makes sense. I feel like I've got hair in my face. I agree that your budget book is lush budget. Your dice isn't in your top 3. I love my dice, but which one? I've got loads. I'm actually thinking of designing a new one as well. Hi, Jamboree. Did the iMac arrive? Yeah, that's what I'm doing this from right now. You're off the webcam off of it. It's in 2K. How are you getting on with your Mac? I love it. Absolutely love my Mac. I've been a bit nervous of it. Like I've been a bit nervous to use it and sort of add things to it. And just because everything's still on the old computer, I've still been using that. So what I'm using the Mac for at the moment is to make everything again, because I'm using Photoshop now. And like, can I tell you, I wish I could show you July stuff, but can I tell you, everything is just is printing off so much better. The colors are even crisper and brighter. Like it's elevated now, because I used to use GIMP, which was free, and this is like boring stuff, but GIMP works in RGB. And RGB is great for screen, but you actually print it off in CMYK, which is a different color way. And now that I'm using Photoshop, everything's set up for CMYK, so the colors are truer to life, and it just looks so much better. So yeah, everything's working out better. But yeah, basically what I'm using the Mac for is to basically start everything again. And this evening I'm working on the budget book, because there's obviously the weekly and the monthly one now. And it's bright and it's beautiful, and I'm so excited about it. But yeah, I'm loving the Mac, and but for the first like 3 days, I used it as a very expensive TV. I just had Netflix up and I worked from the computer in the corner. So, but I'm at the moment, I'm using the Mac to design stuff, and then I'm editing on the laptop because that's what it's there for. But then I'm printing from the shitty old one. So I'm using like 3. I'm like, like a month ago, I had one rubbish laptop, and now I've got like 3 really nice bits of kit. Oh, okay. The questions and the comments are running away from me now. You should do a subscriber competition to design a savings challenge or an envelope. How would that work? Leave that with me. I like that. But obviously, the July booklet, I get, well, every single booklet I do, a different budgeter with an Etsy store will design something for the back. So I'm really excited for who's going to be on the back of July. Yeah, I won't share that with you yet. That'll just be like when it comes out thing. But yeah, they've already sent me what they designed, and it's beautiful. It's lovely. Like it's so nice. But yeah, and obviously I'm working on. Yeah, I could do that actually because at the moment I'm working on Savings Challenge Book Volume 2, so I could do that with someone. You would love a yearly budget book. Come talk to me in like November because something's coming out in November. Hi, Amanda. Mortgage isn't a bad debt to have since you'll have an asset. That's very, very true, but it's still debt, but it won't feel like what the current debt feels like. As soon as you're debt free, then change the focus. You're saving for your house down payment and cheer on it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm so excited for? The thing that I am really excited for is I've saved up my deposit and let's go and have a look at some houses, and then my first home tour, and then saving up for appliances and saving up, and then sort of like, my vlogs become sort of, okay, well, I've saved up for this paint. Now let's paint this and let's do this and let's make this house the best it can be. And like, that's what I'm excited for what the vlogs are going to turn into. Because like, you're always going to get, these are the orders I made today, but then it might be like, today I painted this room in my house. Like, I'm excited for that sort of stuff. So yeah. Okay. I'm dying to know what you did for work when you lived in London. So I worked basically for the same company for 17 years. So I started off when I was at uni. It was like, it's hard to explain to an American person what it is, but it's basically a department store, but you order from a catalog. So you go into the shop, you order with a 7-digit number, and then it comes to you, and you don't go shopping, if that makes sense. But yeah, I worked for that company for like 17 years, and I did really, really well with it. I opened loads of different types of stores up in London, working with some incredible teams in some incredibly diverse areas as well. It was such an amazing point in my life. It was incredible. Yeah, and then obviously I moved to a different company after that, and it wasn't quite as fun. Oh, your kids are loving the savings challenges that you bought. Oh, that's so nice. Someone actually messaged me on Etsy today to ask if I can do them in like A5 or A6. And I said, yeah, why not? I don't know how the bubble one would work, but yeah, why not? I'll try anything. Are you 10 minutes late? You haven't missed anything. Don't worry. How do you just want to spend anything? I just get my salary and it instantly disappears. I mean, same. Same bestie, but mine disappears into the things that I need it to disappear. So if you've got a budget and you've got a budget before your salary comes in, you'll be fine, because as long as you know where your money's going and it's got a job, that's fine. Because on payday, my money's evaporated as well, but I know where it's evaporated to. Like, that's the difference. Ira, you need budget with Ira merch. I'd love to have a t-shirt with your YouTube icon on for Pride Parade in West Hollywood this weekend. Well, Sophie, bestie bracelet you can have. Budget with Ira merch, definitely something that I'm looking into. But at the moment, okay, this is what it is, right? At the moment, because our following and who we are as a collective is relatively small, I'd have to buy smaller amounts of stuff, so things become more expensive. But also, I basically what I want to do is around Christmas time, I want to do like beanie hats that say "Don't trust Ira" or something like that. I've actually started saving for a lot since I cashed up. Otherwise, I'd probably have spent it. So yeah, I find I'm not as motivated to save as much if I don't have a cash envelope to motivate me. True, yeah, and I think there's a huge power in nice things as well. So I think if I had stuff that wasn't as nice, I wouldn't save as much and I wouldn't go to it as much. So I definitely think get something that really, really works for you. Something that is nice to look at as well, and something that's exciting for you. And that's why I like to change up my budget book every month, because it's different every month and it's exciting. And I get to use this one. It doesn't matter if I had a really bad May because I got something exciting for June. Do you know what I mean? How do you learn Photoshop? I bet I went to school for it. But if YouTube was around when I was learning it, it probably was around, to be fair. But if YouTube was as prevalent as it was then, when it was now, then there, because I've learned so much from Photoshop. So in my old job, I had to really, really know Excel really well. So I used Photoshop. So I know loads of functions now because of YouTube, but also the video editing thing that I use, I learned it all from YouTube. In fact, I was YouTubing it yesterday because I wanted to know how to zoom into something, and now I know. So now everything's going to look like a slideshow PowerPoint. Do you think you bring back an exclusive range? Hint, my range. Although very excited to see the July range. Emma, 2 eyes that way emoji, September is what I will say. I won't say much more than that. You missed the rainbow month. What was the rainbow month? They're all rainbow months. Sorry, only to come here. You got a Mac now? Yeah, I got a Mac now, bestie. Get with the times. Come on, Linda. Yeah, so the Mac, I saved up £1,000 of my own money, and I did my tax return, and it wasn't quite as much as I thought it was going to be. So because of that, I was able to go into a shop and buy a Mac with cash. No debt, nothing. Got it. It's done. It's mine. It's paid for. Done. They keep on emailing me, though. I've had to unsubscribe. They're really annoying because I bought something expensive, and I don't think there's much markup in a Mac. But yeah, the thing is that I paid £1,300 for it, but on the Apple store it was £1,600. So I feel like I made a saving. Maybe I should ask in a Patreon Q&A, wondering why the physical rewards work. A new Patreon emails you what they'd like for current month's design. Yeah, so Patreon should be today, actually. I'm going to sneak peek July's range. And on that message, you'll be able to do your choices. So you kind of, when I sneak peek, I show you the designs for the cash envelopes, because the booklets are designed already and the savings challenges are designed already. So if you get a savings challenge, you get to choose whether you want A5, A6 or digital. And then if you get a budget booklet, you get to decide whether you get a monthly or a weekly one. And then if you want cash envelopes, you tell me what categories you want, and then whether you want a zipper, an A6, an A6 Lux, a MIDI Lux, or a mini, or what, multiples of that. So yeah, you get plenty of choices. But most of the time choices won't really change, because like the Zesty Besties, they just get their savings challenge. So I'll just go from what they said last month. But if they want to change it and like go from digital to A5 or whatever, they can change that. It's not a problem. I've got my spreadsheet. I'm good to go. You'll be buying one. What are you going to buy? A Mac. Can we be Mac twins? JC Penney's back in the 80s. No, I didn't sell clothes. It was just what's the word? Non-food, like general merchandise. You'd love a Don't Trust Ira beanie hat. Yeah, I think that's a December thing. I think we're going to do that. Oh, we got that person who left that comment prop has no idea how iconic they are. Do you know what? I know for a fact, there are people that watch my videos just to dislike, just to not like me. There are people, do you know what? As hard as it is to believe, there are people out here who just don't want me to be successful, just don't want to see me succeed or anything like that. And there are people that constantly press that dislike button on YouTube, and I don't care because they're stupid. Because the way the YouTube algorithm works is it doesn't matter whether you like or dislike, it's engagement. So by them disliking, they're pushing my videos up. So they're lifting me up without even know. I couldn't give a shit. But yeah, do not trust Ira. Your envelopes are the best. I may buy the budget notepad. You should buy the budget notepad. Yeah, thank you for saying my envelopes are the best, and I agree with you. Somebody messaged me the other day, and they bought envelopes from somebody else, like another Etsy store in the UK, and they were like, "I'll never do it again." And what they sent me was horrendous, like bubbles in the clear. It was wobbly. It was thin. It was awful. And that's something that I can definitely pride myself on. The fact that, you know, I buy expensive stuff to make it as nice as it possibly can. And I ruin laminators because I use thick, nice, proper stuff. So I, you know, factored into your prices is the fact that I have to buy a laminator every 3 months because I fuck them up. I'm swearing a lot. I shouldn't swear. But yeah, budget notepad, besties, is really good for people if you make a lot of mistakes, and what I like to use this for is I like to go, what if this happens? Let me do that. Oh, but if I get this money in, what will that then mean? And then by the time I've done that, I've ruined it. So I just scratch it and do a new one. But yeah, these are really good for some people, but also Jake has one of these because he just does his budget on that. He doesn't need anything else. He doesn't need an expense tracker. He doesn't need all that faff. This is really useful for him. So he loves this. Well, he picks out a new one every fucking time. So I have to take it out of the stock. But yeah, other than that, yeah, it's great living with someone. What? Oh no! I've run out. Oh, sorry. Turning hate into a positive every single time. What would your advice be for separating extra cash for when you have several different saving challenges? Like I have 6 and love them all. What would your advice be for separating extra cash when you have several different saving challenges? Oh. That was Jake calling me, by the way. What would your... Actually, should I answer it on my phone? What would your advice be for separating extra cash for when you have... I don't understand that question. Sorry. What would your advice be for separating extra cash for when you have several different savings challenges? Like just have an envelope for each of them? I'm not sure. Hey, Ira, the quality of your own listening, I just want to say big thank you. Thank you, Iris. Thank you so much. And that's a very good name. That's very close to mine. I look forward to your videos. They cheer me up. What are the names of your keys? I've got Gracie and Simon. Gracie is the black one and Simon is the ginger one. Gracie, they're brother and sister. Simon was the firstborn and Gracie was the lastborn. And Gracie is really, really slight, very, very light. She's got like hollow bones. But Gracie is the neighborhood bully. Like she's tiny, but she does not like other cats. So she beats up every single cat. She's like the neighborhood menace. And the neighbors like, oh, whenever. Basically, well, I've seen her do this, right? So she went into another cat's garden. This cat was just laying in the sun, really happy, really content. She went into the garden and went, and growled at it, and he ran away out of his own garden. She was like, yeah, like she's horrible to other cats, but she's such a nice cat to have at home. Love her. I love the reenactment of the post office. Yeah, you gotta love it. Postman Pat. I've done another one in this vlog as well. I love to get the September envelopes. I mean, I only found your channel in April. Yes, September envelopes are really nice, weren't they? Yeah, Emma Lou. Oh yeah, so Patreon, the July sneak peek is going to be this evening. I think it's going to be. Good morning, Rochelle. Don't trust either the office reference. So it must be just that. Who would actually not like you? And yes, are they stupid? They probably are stupid. Yeah, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, as hard as that is to believe. What type of envelope takes you the longest to make? I'm quite quick at everything, to be honest, because I today I made 100 cash envelopes. But the item that takes me the longest to make is the mini budget binder, because that's got 25 envelopes in it. That takes me the longest to make. So, I mean, I made 3 of them today, and I probably was at it for 2.5, 3 hours, but there's all sorts involved in it. But I think they're just little beauts. So I think I will either make them more expensive to equate for how much time it takes me, or find something that doesn't take me as much time, but is just as nice eventually. But I'm quite happy with how it is for now. Hi, Sophie. Yeah, I bought your envelopes from other Etsy stores. One came wrecked immediately, so I'll only be buying yours, and I fully endorse that, Virgo. There are some really good Etsy stores out there. I know Simple Budget store is really, really nice. I know that whenever Pinching the Pennies has stuff on her store, that's really, really nice as well. I've never been disappointed from She's on a Budget. And Yasmin Camilla, I bought a savings challenge off her, and it was banging. So those are the only ones that I've seen. And I can only talk for my quality as well. I agree. I purchased 2 from others and they just weren't it. No, bestie. They're not budget with Ira stuff, are they? King Samtra, I bought from other UK Etsy store and I will never go back. The lamination was so flimsy and I was so unhappy. They were more expensive than your stuff, which is $1 million. Oh, that's not good. How can they justify more expensive and it being rubbish? Because literally, when it comes to laminating sheets, cheap can go one of 2 ways. So cheap can either mean flimsy, or it can mean so thick it won't get through a laminator, but then with that becomes cloudiness. But I buy 2 different types of laminating sheet. One is super, super, super thick and expensive, and one is super expensive but thin as anything, because I want to it's laminated a lot of times basically, so that I don't want to give anything away, but like I use like 2 different types so that it will always get through but also still feel nice and thick, if that makes sense. Do you post the pad to Australia? I post anything to Australia, bestie. Anything you like. And you can also now on my Etsy store, there's a new listing. If you missed it on the vlog, where if you want to track it end to end, you can do that. So you can add that to it and you can track it all the way. And I know someone else who buys from me from Australia does that every time as well. So it's a little bit more money, but it's worth it because it can take a while to Australia. You can see exactly where it is all the time. I'm going to get the notepad because I like doing a rough draft before I put my budget nicely in the book after. Yeah, that's exactly what it's there for, because I was finding that I was printing off like sheets and sheets and sheets, and I know I could just scribble it down, but it's just so handy to have. I love having them. Don't have hands, I work with feet. Cool. How do you keep your work area cat fluff free? Oh, do you know what? They're a nightmare. I come down in the morning, they're always sat on the table, and it's, you know, those clothes rollers. Obviously I don't use them on myself, but those clothes rollers, I do that once over. And then sometimes I'm literally making a cash envelope and one will come and sit in my lap, and if you open laminating sheets, it magnets into them. So I think sometimes inevitably, sometimes people might get cash envelopes with cat hair in them, but that's just a gift from my boy and my girl. If you ever see one, by the way, that I've missed, let me know. And if it is a problem, I'll remake it. But yeah, I try to make sure that there aren't any in there. But yeah, and I've got a beard as well. Like I really literally, I'm so careful when making them. But yeah, sometimes it happens. But yeah, if you get a gift from Simon or Gracie, you are very lucky. They don't give it to everybody. Small but mighty, yeah, she's a bloody terrorist. My dogs are exactly the same as your cats. Taka is firstborn and Luna is the. Oh, Luna's such a nice name. It's 3:30 a.m. So you are dedicated. Jeez, Rochelle. I think you were on the last one as well on Sunday. Are you having trouble sleeping at the moment? Don't make me worried about you. You're late. Oh no. I mean, how long have we been doing it? What's the time? We've only been doing it half an hour. I suppose we've got another half an hour in it. I never knew there was. I could, Emma, Lou, I could talk about laminating all day, bestie. Love the look behind the scene. Yeah, I really enjoy doing the vlogs. I mean, not much happens day to day. I make stuff. I go down to the post office. I buy a Red Bull. Then I make stuff. Like I'm literally living my best life. Just being really creative all day, so not much is happening. So yeah, eventually things will happen. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do today. I got paid from Patreon, so I went and I drew out all my money for that. So I think what day is it today? Friday. So I think tomorrow, Patreons, I think tomorrow is going to be the live cash stuffing. So yeah, I need to share that tomorrow as well. It's going to be a big one as well. How do you resist temptation to not spend from other envelopes when you've spent everything for that week? I just can't. I think I just have to be militant with myself in the fact that if I have £11, I have £11 and that is that. So more often than not, I will have spent that by Monday already, and then I just can't have anything for the week. But the thing is, though, I don't have kids and I don't have people asking me for things all the time. So I have no guilt. So I can be like, no, I can't have that. Like, and that's just the way it is. But also, I've got a lot of people that would probably be quite disappointed with me if I went off the rails as well. So I think about that too. So yeah, I just don't. But it would be harder if I had kids or anybody that needed anything off me like that. So yeah, I guess that's that. I think I'm just quite fortunate in that respect. But resisting temptation, I mean, like the only things I want in life is to be doing what I'm doing and to have a Red Bull in every now and then. The same, but I have 4 cats. 2 of them are really fluffy, and as soon as I turn my laminals on, they won't leave me alone. Yeah, it's because they're warm, I think, and they hum. I think that it just draws them to that. Like they want to sit on my lap and purr and watch things go in and out of it. The other thing that Simon likes to do is he likes to sit up on the desk when I'm writing and then hit the pen because he's like watching it. He likes playing. My house is so covered in cat fluff. It's lovely. They pop their heads up when you just said their name. Getting the dogs on the YouTube content. Yeah, I don't have dogs. I'm not really I love dogs, but I'm not like a dog person. I'm definitely a cat person. I want to get into the A7 games. What would you ever do an envelope with a front and back pattern? I just don't want people to say, oh, yeah. I have never done that type of envelope because not to throw shade to any other creators. I just think it's lazy because it's the easiest envelope to make. But if you wanted that, it's so easy for me to make, I would not charge you extra. So let's say, for instance, you wanted those types of envelopes, just buy the normal listing and say, I don't want a clear cover, I just want it like that, and I'll make it for you. Not a problem. I wouldn't make that a custom listing because it's so easy to make. Have you got paid from YouTube finally? No, not yet. This is what happened, right? So when I set up my, everybody asks me every single video, and I feel like I've addressed it so many times. But basically, the reason why I'm not getting paid from YouTube is this. So when I set up my YouTube channel, I set it up as a business account, literally by accident, but it was probably fortuitous anyway, because it is my business now. But anyway, I set it up as a business account. So when I hit the 1K and the, what was it, 4,000 watch hours, I was monetized for like a week, and I made like £450. But then I couldn't get it out because I followed all the verification for my personal bit, but what I didn't have is anything to say about Budget with Ira as a business, because it wasn't a business. It was just what it was. It was just an Etsy store. So I didn't have anything. So what I had to do was wait until it was end of tax year to file a tax return so that I could have a VAT receipt so that I could show that to them. So I've just done all of that now. So I'm literally waiting for the government to send me my VAT registration certificate so I can take a photo of it, send it to YouTube, and then they will release the money that I've already made and then start making my videos monetized. So when my videos finally are monetized again, not only will I get a payout, but I'll also do a big thank you video, but I'll make it like an hour long of like rubbish and put like so many adverts in it so that when you guys, gals and non-binary pals, don't need your phone, just let it play. Make me coin. Yes, last time I was here up till 4 a.m. But hey, positive note as I caught the video like you did. It's so nice to have you here, Rochelle. When is the check-in this week? Check-in's always Wednesday, but I film on a Saturday normally. So I'm filming it tomorrow and it'll be up Wednesday. So check-ins are always Wednesday. You should try and get a Costco card for your bed balls. So cheap. Yeah, I've addressed that as well, Budget with Us. Or let me tell you about Budget with Us first. Budget with Us, the nicest, kindest, loveliest people in the world. So there is a big lot of, how do I express it? Because I don't get involved with it, but there is like beef and like stuff happening with UK creators for some reason. Everybody keeps on saying that they're copying each other and you did this and you did that. And like, I've had people that done things that are eerily similar to mine, but I just turn around and say, I didn't invent this and I didn't invent that. Like, people can do whatever they want. Like, it's absolutely fine. Consumers will make up their mind when they look at the quality, and people will buy from who they want to buy for. So let's stop saying this person copied this person, because it's just silly, right? Let's squash it, because there's much bigger things to worry about in the world. Anyway, Budget with Us, they approached me to say, we really want to use these things because they're like cheap to buy, but because they recognized that I already had these on my store, they were like, can we use them? It's like, yeah, I didn't invent these. Like, they're not mine. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I sell them, but like, they're not mine. But you might want to consider doing something different because everybody's using these now. And yeah, they do something different. But how nice to reach out to say, I don't want you to think that I'm copying you or anything like that. Like you didn't have to reach out to me. Like, you can go and just use these if you want. Like, but what they did pick out was, oh, that it's nice. You should definitely go check out. It'd be www.etsy.com/shop/budget with us. Really nice savings challenges. Definitely check them out. But yeah, in response to what you were saying about Costco, I've addressed this before. If I have 12 Red Bulls at home, I will drink 4 a day. It'll happen, and I will be like, I'll feel my arm and I'll have palpitations all day. Like, I can't do it. Like, I love having them in the house because it means that I don't have to buy them all the time, but I buy this size anyway. It's like, how big is that? 473 milliliters. I buy that, and I think one of those a day is enough. But yeah, if I bought that many, I would be drinking them so much, and plus my teeth would fall out as well. But yeah, but it's nice. You should definitely check out my Amazon wish list. Really random, but what toner have you been using in your hair? The blonde's really come up. Yeah, I used, I don't want to stand up because I'm only wearing underwear. But It's Jerome Russell. It's from B&M, and it was like £3. I don't know. My mum bought it for me, but it's basically it's a bottle about that big of purple toner. It's silver toner actually, and I left it in all night, and it's so nice. But to keep it up, what I do is I had a half-empty bottle of conditioner, and I just poured it into that. So every time I condition my hair now, I put it in, so it just keeps it maintained, because light white is very hard to maintain. It's easy to go off the rails. I've done it before and just have to get back on and keep it. Yeah, that's the thing is though, there's no shame in making a mistake budget wise, because things happen, life happens, and sometimes temptations are just really difficult. So it's not the end of the world if you have gone off the rails, because when you've been budgeting for so long, going off the rails sometimes feels like spending £16.10 on a meal, like I did last month. That feels off the rails. So it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. I think where spending goes on, yeah, it does. It does. Because that's my thing. Do you know what I mean? But like, left unguided and unbudgeted, Red Bull would be a huge problem for me. Least I know, if I've got £11, I can spend £11 on Red Bull if I want to, but I don't always want to. Making clear observes are so fiddly. I love it. I'm so used to it. The type of laminating pouch that I buy is very thick and high static, so it's not fiddly. It's fine. So you open your business? Yeah, I got business. Budget with Ira. I got a business card, bestie. Would you ever sell the saving trackers laminated? Savings trackers. Like the savings challenges. Yes. So you can buy them now. So we've got the, let me get one. So we've got the saving challenges books now. You can get the matching envelopes. You can also get a laminated envelope with the challenge on the back of it as well. And you could also get each one individually as a A5 and a A6 insert, and it's formatted for an A6 envelope as well. So if you've already got an envelope at home or a zipper or something, you can just download, print, and put that in. So you can do that way. That's all the types that I've got. But can you buy it laminated? No. But you can buy it digitally, print it and laminate it yourself. If that makes sense. What are you buying with the first YouTube check? At the moment, so I feel like I like to compartmentalize everything. So my Patreon money, when I split that down, obviously the tax goes to tax, the spending goes, the take home goes to take home. But what's left over, the business money that I need to spend because otherwise my tax would be higher, that goes on YouTube stuff. That goes on Patreon stuff. So that's what I bought the bestie bracelets with, and that's what I buy all the postage with to post out every single month. So I feel like when I split YouTube, what I will do is probably go into lights, camera, action more than anything. But my big savings goal now that I've got my Mac is my iPad. I really want to be doing stuff on that. But yeah, I don't think I don't think YouTube will be enough for me to buy something outright with. Oh, Jess, your message was retracted. I wonder what that was. Oh, I've missed the drama. Oh, you haven't missed the drama. Let's not get a vote. What'd you get a vote on? What are we talking about? Oh, get a vote on what I buy. I think when I'm finally monetized, there's going to be some sort of giveaway because like the money comes directly from you. So I think there'll be some sort of lovely giveaway, but I won't do like gift cards or vouchers or anything like that because there's so many different countries that watch our videos. It's not just UK. Have you been following any of the coverage on the Jubilee? No. monarchy doesn't necessarily interest me that much. I think it's great, lovely achievement, but it's not that interesting to me. Balancing the budget says that was so good of them to check. Good of you to be so lovely for. Yeah, of course. Any possible saving challenges or booklet for teens? I've been asked that a couple times, but like, what do teens want? So when I think about the teenagers in my life, and I'm thinking like nephews and nieces, everything's online. They don't want anything physical, like at all. So I think maybe my savings challenges are okay. I think maybe just having them digitally so that they can use them on an iPad. And then what I could do, and this is something that's also on my to-do list, is Monzo pot covers. I'm going to start designing those because I use them for myself, but I think Monzo pot covers would be really good. So that if you've got digital savings challenges, then you can move them into your Monzo pot with a matching cover, if that makes sense. I think that might be the teenager thing. I don't know if you've got any thoughts on it beyond that, because I don't know that many teenagers, and the teenagers that I know are part of my family. So, of course, they are horrendous with money. Don't worry, budget with us. So cafe, I caught the lie. And the same with Pepsi Max. I'll buy 48. I can get through half of them in a week. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm drinking now because I can't. I think. Oh yeah, no, I can down a Red Bull and go straight to sleep. It doesn't really affect me much. It's just sometimes I can feel my heart go a bit fast. Think you would do your savings challenge booklet as individual A6 trackers? Yeah, I have them digitally. How are you feeling these days, mental health wise? I know a few weeks ago things were tough. You seem so much happening. Yeah, I mean, my mental health just naturally ebbs and flows anyway. It's not like high to low sort of thing. It's just normally just this is my normal level. Like I'm just cheery, happy. But sometimes I can feel a build up and I know it's going to happen and I'm just waiting for it to break and then I feel like horrendous. But like, I don't know, it's just self-sabotage talk. Like I tell myself that I'm not a very nice person and that, why would anybody like me and I'm not talented and what the hell am I doing? I should run back to the supermarket and stuff like that. Sometimes I tell myself that, but it soon goes because and like thankfully it goes a lot quicker now because I have you guys, gals and non-binary pals, because the comments are so positive all the time, other than don't trust Ira. But like, I don't know, if I was like in a low place, don't trust Ira would probably, I'll be thinking about that for weeks. But yeah, it just happens every now and then, and I don't necessarily believe there's anything I can do to change it. I just think it's something I just need to get through. But like last Christmas, I took a break from everything. Like I stopped making videos and I stopped doing, and I closed the Etsy store for a little bit, and that was partly mental health as well. But I was very not in a good place then. But like I kind of pushed through it this time, and it was all right. But yeah, how am I feeling now? In answer to your question, like normal, great, just me. Just putting an order. Thank you. Let's check. Oh, I've got loads of emails. Oh, thank you. Debbie. Savings challenge and a pastel dice challenge. Beautiful. What colour did you go for? Pink. That's the best one. I mainly use my Costco card for fuel. So much cheaper than anywhere else. I live in Manchester. It's $1.85 for diesel, but Costco's $1.69. That's a good shout, actually. Where is the nearest Costco to me? Nearest Costco. Oh, it's like 17 miles away. Is that worth it for cheaper petrol? I don't think I'd be saving that much because it costs me so much. You should do a budget meal plan booklet. Ooh, how would help people budget weekly shops and meal plans. I'll write that down. I'm not very good at meal planning myself, so it might be something that I actually look into. Maybe that would be the page that I add into the budget book. Maybe. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. I have 2 adult children and 3 teenagers, and they all know who Budget with Ira is. My sister Kelly. I know Kelly. She yeah, I know Kelly. Do you know what? There's like a couple of names that really, really stand out because either they constantly comment or they're constantly buying stuff off Etsy, and I know all of you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when a sale comes up and it's one of you, it's like, oh, again, thank you so much. Like it feels brand new every time. Like every single time I get that cha-ching, it just makes my day. Like I know who you are. Do you know what I mean? And I love it. And there's some of you who constantly comment on my YouTube videos, and it just makes me so happy. I've been budgeting for 3 years. This month I've gone off the rails, but I'm still tracking. I'm allergic to cats. But I do love them. I must admit, get a Sphinx cat. If I was allergic to cats, Sphinxes all the way. Because it's the hair you're allergic to, not the actual cat. I must admit, you do have some of my favourite products. Thank you. Budget in Bear. Budget in Bear is a nice Etsy shop as well. Oh yeah. Too old for drama. There's drama. There's beef and there's drama. Pathetic. I think you should buy a giant inflatable pink pat. If you could make that a reality, I want I've got my 2 Power Rangers, but I want like every franchise, I want every ring. Pink Power Rangers make me so happy. I think if I saw one that I could afford and I could buy it, I think I'd cry. Like I love them. Vote for that. What'd you vote for? What are we voting for? Oh yeah, I deleted the comment due to a duplicate. Okay, right, yeah. Vote for that. What are we voting for? Hi, Claire. I put that question to answer. Okay. I'm learning to drive and I'm worried how can I afford it if prices stay as they are. I mean, listen, like things are going to be a constant in your life, aren't they? And the cost of petrol is always going to be high. So still learn, still pass. But yeah, like it's always I just feel like when I first passed my test, I was driving like 3 hours a day, like to London and back every day. And I used to spend a tenner in petrol every single day. And I feel like now it would cost me like double that. Like it just wouldn't be worth it. But yeah, it's always going to be expensive. It's just some things have got to go, but also the cost of living, right? I suppose it doesn't rise with it. I understand that. I feel the same way when it comes to trying to date. You don't need you need Don't Trust Ira on a t-shirt for the shop. I'd love that. I'd love that. Yeah, it's imposter syndrome all the time. Yeah, definitely. All the time. All the time. I'm having to look for teaching jobs closer to home now. It's nearly £400 a month on diesel. Oh, that's a lot. Because like Jake commutes a fair bit, but I think he budgets £50 a week for fuel, and I think that's quite excessive. All I do is drive down to the shop. New to your channel and just been on a binge watch. Oh, thank you so much, Claire. Thank you. You could do driving lessons, first car saving challenge. Maybe that would be good for teens too. Yeah, yeah. Do you know what someone bought? You know those mini savings binders? that I do. Somebody bought one, but what they wanted was the design I do for my card with the cash envelope in it, but that's like a provisional license one. So I did it all like that for them. That turned out really nice. I agree. Is that a Tombow? Yeah, I love Tombos. So yeah, this is the pen that I'm using for just writing the thank you on my thingy. These are bloody expensive, like bloody expensive, but they're a nice. Can you see? Nice brush tip that I ruin because I don't use it for that. I just write. Sell on Etsy notification. What's this? Okay, message. I'll read that later. Is that a Tumblr? Would you ever offer different colours of vinyl? I'd love something with goggly eyes. Different colours of vinyl. Yes. Right. This is my vinyl machine here. She doesn't have a name yet, but she does need googly eyes. But basically, I don't want you to see my underwear. A huge roll of vinyl. Oh, you can see my underwear. Never mind. So I use it's a ball ache to change it out. Like it is an absolute ball ache. So I've got pink and I've got luminous pink. And for October, I am going to do black, but I don't want to do it very often because it's not like a cricket. But also, when I cut vinyl, I cut like you've seen me do it. It's like I cut so much. So constantly changing the colours out would not make it fun for me and not make it worth it for me. So I think as special requests, when people ask for like are willing to pay more money to make it worth it for me, I'll do baby pink or luminous pink because those are the only ones that I have. And for October, I'm going to do black because I've got something like very personally exciting for October. I feel like I was called a stalker. You're an international celebrity. I'm an international celebrity. Ah, so happy you're here, Jacqueline. When your new designs come out in July, will the June designs be available? Okay, so I always do it like I launch the next month halfway through the month previous. So July's designs, let me look at a calendar. So July's designs will be launched. Oh, it's only the 3rd of June. So July's will be launched on the 17th of June. So June and July will both be available for exactly 2 weeks. And then June's will go on the 30th of June. And then August will be released something like the 15th of July. So there's often a time where both are available at the same time, if that makes sense. I do like Costco. Costco in the UK isn't the same as Costco in the US. So when I go see my brother who lives in Hawaii, when I go to Costco there, I go for the food court because they do this like circular bun with something pulled in it. I don't know, but the pizza is, oh, we do have that here actually because the pizza is exactly the same in the UK. It's like oily. It's making my mouth water. How incredible it is. But yeah, I go for that. I don't think Costco is necessarily cheap because you end up having to buy so much. Like I don't need that much. Don't trust Ira. Have you ever worked out why you're not able to be trusted yet? I don't know. And the thing is, though, they said to Yasmin not to trust Ira, but me and Yasmin have been just like me and Yasmin have a really good relationship, and so do me and Victoria from Pinching the Pennies. So much that we know we've got a lot of dirt on each other. So, like, we have to trust each other. I travel to Chester every day. Oh, 45 minutes each way. That's long. That is a lot. I've seen on your Etsy reviews. Yeah, I know. I've seen what on my Etsy review? What have you seen? I don't know. I saw. Oh yeah, the driving license one. It's nice. Oh, that's good. Right. Sorry, I just got an email from someone from Etsy to say they liked it. I have 2 learner drivers here. It's an expense. Oh, that is a lot. That's a lot. I vote for Verity, the vinyl machine. I like names that are like colours. So we've got Coral and we got Rose. I did pick out some names for, obviously, Rose is the next one to die, but I did pick out some names that I really liked, and I saved them somewhere on my phone. Where did I save them? Ruby, Cherry, Peach, Barbie, Lady, because that's a type of pink. Yeah, I like those sorts of names. But I like old lady names as well. Like I like Carol and Sue. I love those sorts of names. Old lady, that's not an old lady. Like mum names. You sold loads of Tombos. The thing is, right, Tombos are good, but once you've ruined that nib, you've ruined it. Like it's gone. But also, they're so wasteful. They're not refillable. Maybe they are actually. I just don't think they're as good as what people say. Honestly, it's bloody brilliant. My daughter just said name the vinyl machine Violetta. I like that. That's nice. How far in advance have you got your monthly ranges planned out? So I have planned. So July is being done now. So July will be sneak peek to Patreons tonight, and the designs will probably go off tonight, and I'll launch it not next Friday, the Friday after. And August, I have no idea. September, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm already prepping for it because September is going to be big. I know what I'm doing for October. I know what I'm doing for November. So I just need to figure out a lot. But it's essentially the same. It's just the shell change. Do you know what I mean? Everything's basically the same, but also in the background, every 3 months you're going to get a new savings challenges book. Like challenges are going to come out, and this is going to come out, and that. Like it's just constant, and it's always moving. So it's remembering what to design and what to spend time on doing. But yeah, I love them. I cannot wait till that is like completely full. But yeah, there's some changes I want to make to the Etsy store as well to make it a bit more accessible and a bit more usable and stuff like that. So yeah. Go run, eat lunch. Beloved, thank you for being here. Barbecue chicken pizza is the win. I just like a cheese pizza. That's the best for me. I'm actually hungry. Peach is a good name, isn't it? I have Betty, Enid, and Dorothy. Violet the vinyl machine. Yeah, settle down with the old lady. Oh, sorry, Barbie. All right, we got to the end of the questions. Okay. Well, how long have we been talking for? What is the time? Oh, it has been literally an hour. Probably a good idea to end this. Do you find it annoying? All right, okay. Loads of questions. Do you find it annoying how Etsy only has 2 Dropboxes, or is it just me? Yeah. So what I would like to do is Hi, Jake's just come home, by the way. What I would like to do is I'd like to offer like a build your own sort of budget binder. Say hello. It's live.
You're right.
98 people you're saying hello to. I'd like to do like a build your own binder, but you can't do that with 2 drop downs. Maybe you should do a Trust Ira theme. Love Victoria. She was the first UK cash stuffing I watched, and I found you through her. Love your money is covered for Aussie money. I have another. All right, okay. Do you ever think you would be successful? I wouldn't say that I am so successful. But if you ask me now, it'd be a different response to if you asked me a month ago. Like, I know that I'm good at like doing stuff. I know that I've got a creative eye. I know that I'm a nice person. So it kind of works for me. But did I think I would be as successful as I am? No. because it's, don't know, will I ever be like super successful? Maybe not. But if this is all it is, I'm happy with this. Loads of people are saying, "Hey, Jake."
Hi. How are you doing?
Yeah, build your own binder. I'd love to do this. Circle of trust. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. Okay, I think I am going to leave it there. We've been talking for an hour now. So, yeah. So the only thing that I really want to talk to you about is I've run out of a lot of stuff, but there are a couple of these left. So they have been reduced 20%. So if you do want a cheap budget booklet, now's the time to get one. I think there's 15 left. So if you want one, go and grab one. They've reduced down to £8, and I think it's £8.80 for an extra sticker set. So yeah, they are beautiful. And obviously with those, you get a little card for Yasmin's shop, so you can get 10% off her Etsy store with that as well. So it's beautiful all round. Other than that, I don't have anything to say. Thank you so much. Yeah, really, really nice chat. I'll try and do this as often as I can. I think it might be a once a month treat. It's quite nice to not have to edit something and just rock up and talk to you. So that was really nice. Thank you for indulging me for an hour. Obviously, Patreon's doing really, really well. Thank you so much. There are new patrons, but I will say hello to them in the vlog because there's more since like in the lead up and then after the first as well. Next time I'm going to see you is the vlog. So that's going to be really, really fun. And we're going to make more stickers of, yeah, definitely. Bye. Great live, really enjoyed it. Now everyone hit that thumbs up. Yes, everyone hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you go and leave a comment. Leave an actual comment in the actual comment section, not on here, but like in the actual comment section. Just please say "Don't trust Ira." That would be really nice if there's like a field of "Don't trust Ira." I would really like that. Yeah, I will have a lovely weekend. Go back to, yeah, Rochelle, go to sleep. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So what should I say to you? Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful budget. Don't trust Ira. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. See you later. Bye. End.